Plaintiff Delia Kemp has known the defendant since they were children. And they were so close, they even got arrested together. Delia is suing because she claims after she was incarcerated, she asked the defendant to hold onto her car. But the defendant allowed her sister to steal it. Defendant Victoria Martin admits that she took possession of Delia's car after she went to jail. However, she denies responsibility for the vehicle being stolen. Victoria insists Delia should be suing her sister, and she's countersuing for harassment and emotional distress.
Start with you.
Well, Your Honor, I've known Victoria since we were children. However, throughout the course of us growing up, I began to get in trouble with Victoria starting at 18 years old. Victoria invited me to a house party where everybody was having a good time, smoking, chatting it up, drinking, walking outside, playing music. When the helicopters come in with spotlights, and then there are dogs out sniffing us out of the unit. These guys had broken into someone's house to throw this party. Victoria didn't let me know. And for the first time in my life, I acquired a criminal record, which is still on my record until this day.
What did they charge you with?
Criminal trespassing.
Okay.
Your Honor, I've been through so much with Victoria, from the loss of her mother, loss of her brother. I've let her and her sister stay with me. The truth is, it's a vicious cycle with Victoria and her family about, this gang mentality that they have. If you do something to us, whether we're right or wrong, we'll gang up on you and we could beat you up, which they, that's just how they operate. And starting, would you like me to go into when
I'll let her give some background first.
No problem.
True enough, we grew up together. The house party that we went to, we used to have a good time together, party, whatever. The house party that we went to, we got invited. Me and Delia went together. As well as she didn't know that someone had broken into the house to have a party, I didn't know either. But I was arrested as well. But it was just like a surprise to everybody, because everybody taking off running, a lot of stuff going on. We didn't know it was.
Did you know the
house was stolen? They had came in and illegally turned the lights on to have no party. We were just going to the party.
Did you know the people who gave it?
No, I do not. It was just like some school friends.
Who invited you?
One of my school friends, but I was just invited, so I invited Delia and we went together.
But after someone who invited you got you locked up, did you ask them any follow-up? Hey, I got locked up based on your invitation. Do you know these people? Or you just didn't mind getting locked up?
No, I had a big altercation with her after her friend had the party.
Was her friend part of the group that broke in?
I guess so, yes.
You guess, so you didn't find out for sure.
So I was like, what I mean?
You don't mind getting locked up?
Yes, I did. That was as well as it was her first charge, it was my first time eating.
I know, I'm just giving you a little advice. Whenever your friend gets you locked up, ask why.
I got you.
That's a little bit of advice.
We didn't know the house was stolen. They had came in and illegally turned the lights on to have no party. We were just going to the party.
You don't mind getting locked up?
Yes, I did. That was as well as it was her first charge, it was my first time eating.
I know, I'm just giving you a little advice. Whenever your friend gets you locked up, ask why.
I got you.
That's a little bit of advice.
Plaintiff Delia Kemp is suing her former friend, who claims they were so close that they even got arrested together.
What else you want to tell me in terms of background, other than you went to a party and got locked up?
Well, me and Delia, we done had a lot of altercations, not just because of me and her, but because her taking in my sister, thinking my sister was a friend. I let Delia know before she even got that going on. She already knew. We all went to school together.
What did you fall out with her about regarding your sister?
Because I felt like by me and Delia being friends so long, I felt like she welcomed my sister into her home. And I felt like I got put out for my sister to get put in. You see what I'm saying?
Objection, Your Honor.
Why did she tell you she did? Why do you been in court a lot, I see. Person who says objection like that, they've been there more than once. Go ahead. Ma'am, did you bother to ask her why she was putting you out?
It really wasn't that important to me because
so
I
you
felt
didn't
like...
ask. All right. Go ahead. Let me hear from you on the impound fees. She probably didn't ask you about these impound fees either. So let me ask you, how are you suing her for these things?
Well, first, Your Honor, could I please go into stating for the record that Victoria was ejected from my home because she let her boyfriend come in and beat her up in the apartment that I had. I got it because of a domestic violence situation. She left my daughter in the home unattended where the neighbor had to come and get her. And her whole purpose for being there was to watch the kids while I go to work.
Right.
So that's why she was ejected from the home. Secondly, the impound fees.
Your boyfriend beat you up?
I had a very abusive...
You still with him?
No, I'm not.
All right. Did you have him charged?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good. Was he convicted?
He incarcerated now.
Oh, good. All right. Go ahead.
Then, Your Honor, her sister came to stay with me because she didn't have anywhere to go after Victoria left. Maybe she did capitalize on that incident. I don't know. But I'm suing Victoria today because we were riding somewhere one day and we got stopped by the police because I was driving on a suspended license. I really didn't know my license was suspended at that time, but it's the discretion of the officer if they take you to jail or if they give you a...
What was your license suspended for?
Parking tickets. Not parking tickets, but traffic tickets, basically. I think I had a speeding on there. The officer took me to jail, but because my child was in the car and this young lady also had two of her children in the car, the officer decided that she was not going to impound the vehicle. Victoria offered, because she saw that I was going to jail, to have one of her guy friends to come and pick the car up because she doesn't have a license. And, they're not going to just let someone drive away without a license. Okay. My last time seeing the car was October 21st. I was incarcerated for about 26 days. I didn't get out of jail until November 16th of 2010. In the middle of that time, Victoria had come up to the jail about 2 weeks after I had been incarcerated and told me, she was like, well, why my sister got your car and she won't give it back? Me being incarcerated, not knowing anything about this, I'm like, I don't know why, But the truth is that she had given her sister my car in exchange for some money or some goods or whatever the situation was. That's what everybody wanted.
How did it come to be impounded?
Her sister, out of spite, she was upset with me because when I got out of jail, I called her and asked her on the 17th of November, hey, can you bring me my car? Why do you even have my car? I didn't give you permission to have it. Why do you have it? She was upset because I didn't come to her with my tail between my legs or something as if I was...
And what did she do?
She left my car at a McDonald's parking lot blocking their truck.
How do you know?
Because that's what the detective and the impound people said.
All right. Let me hear from you.
Okay, Your Honor. First off, the day that Delia got incarcerated, we were in my grandmother's neighborhood. And they said that she had a warrant. Her child was in the back seat hollering. I didn't have no kids in the car. My kids were not with me. I called my granddaddy to come and pick her kids up because we was already at the end of my street. Okay, she didn't want her car to go to impound. I said, okay, well, this is what we'll do. We'll park the car at my house until you get out of jail and you can come back and get your car. When you get out, your car gonna be there. You can come get your car. Well,
you assured her that it would be there?
Yes, she did.
It was there.
Did you assure her it would be there? Because
I just said park it at my house. That's all I told her.
That's not what you just said. You told me what you just said. You said that when you get out, your car is going to be here.
And it should have been right where it was at.
You assured her it would.
Yes.
So then what?
Delia was just calling. She welcomed my sister into her home. I felt like I got put out for my sister to get put in. You see what I'm saying?
Objection, Your Honor.
Why did she tell you she did? Why you've been in court a lot, I see. Not person who says objection like that, they've been there more than once.
Plaintiff Delia Kemp is suing her former friend, who claims they were so close that they even got arrested together.
How was her car impounded, ma'am?
I don't have nothing to do with that part. I don't know. Okay. My sister.
The car was, you had taken responsibility for the car. You suggested to park it at your place. You said, your car is going to be here when you get out. And now you tell me you don't know what happened to the car?
I left my house. Somehow, kind of way, her and my sister got into it. I left the house. My sister came to my house, my grandmother's house, and got her keys off of my dresser. I automatically got on the phone. I called the police.
Okay.
I called the police. The police, where I was at, the police came because I wasn't home. So once the police got there, I told the police, my sister had stolen my friend's car. I said, and so the officer asked me.
Anyone have a police report?
I have a police report.
Did she tell the police that?
She didn't tell the police anything. My police report states, this is when I got out of jail. She's saying that I got into it with her sister.
What did the police report say?
It states that her sister took possession of the vehicle on 10/22/2010. I was arrested on the 21st. I have this information as well. I didn't even know what day she got locked up.
Whatever, ma'am. She got it the very next day after you took the car. The very next day. And that's not what you just told me. You're $700 for harassment and emotional distress. How does she owe you?
When she got out of jail, she was calling my grandma's house, telling my grandma what she was going to do.
How did she harass you? That's my question.
She was calling my phone, cussing me out. I'm going to sue you, this, that, and the third.
Okay.
She just was just like, and I'm like, what you suing me for? You need to be suing my sister.
So that's harassment, telling you she was going to sue you? That's the harassment you're talking about?
Yes.
She did sue you and she won. 1,600 is your judgment. Yours is dismissed. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
First off, you see what I'm saying? Not supposed to have been her friend.
How did I lie?
I'm a good friend to her. I done been a good friend for her over 16 years. But it's cool, you know what I mean? Because she don't have to ever worry about me again. She's
upset because she's wrong and Victoria
I'm not wrong. I still don't feel like I'm wrong, but
because
she good.
You don't feel like you're wrong doesn't mean that you're not wrong.
She got what she wanted. She won the case. You know what I mean? She good. I hope my friendship or whatever it led to, I hope she happy with it because I'm through.